Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video I am going to review the 3 most requested grocery store low-carb or keto food items that my viewers have been asking about for the last probably 6 months. Normally Fridays are a cooking video, but the 2 recipes that I was working on this week just didn't quite get there yet. So instead, I'm doing a review of the most commonly asked for food items that I've gotten lately, excluding bread and cereal. And there will be a cereal video, I think next Wednesday, and probably a bread video the week after that. And both of those are going to have some extensive blood glucose testing. But for this video, we are going to review the Carb Master milk from Kroger, the Trader Joe's Jicama wraps, and the Savoritz keto crackers from Aldi. I'm going to start with the crackers. Now these are $3 a bag. It says there are 4 servings in a bag, a serving size being 9 pieces. Total fat, 14 grams. Total carbs, 6 grams. Dietary fiber, 2 grams for a net 4 grams of carbs. Protein, 7 grams. In terms of ingredients, we have almond flour, cheddar cheese, tapioca starch, dried egg whites, sea salt, and garlic powder. The crackers themselves are about the size of a Cheez-It, so a serving size of 9 is pretty small. In fact, I think I could probably go through an entire bag of this and call it a serving size, but let's give it a taste. They're okay, I guess. After having 2 of them, I think I probably would be satisfied with 9 of them, but not so much hunger satisfaction as just kind of flavor boredom satisfaction. It really mostly just tastes like almonds. And $3 for this bag, I think I'm going to say no. If this were like $1 a bag, then yeah, I could see this being a nice little keto snack from time to time. Again, though, really reminds me a lot more of almond than it does of anything else. Next, we have the Carb Master milk, which is going to come in very handy right now because after eating those crackers, I'm kind of thirsty. Now this is the 2% reduced fat. I don't know if they have a full fat version. They did not at my grocery store. They had the 2% and then I think they had fat free. This is lactose free, ultra pasteurized. 29% more protein than reduced fat milk. In terms of the nutrition facts, a serving size is 1 cup, 8 ounces, 240 ml. That contains 5 grams of fat, 3 grams of total carbohydrates, 11 grams of protein. Now interestingly, the ingredients here, besides having ultra-filtered non-fat milk, cream, a lactase enzyme, it has vitamin A palmitate, that's a new word to me, vitamin D3, and then there are 2 sweeteners in here that may bother some people. There is acesulfame potassium and sucralose. I used to be a really, really big milk drinker back pre-keto. Have not had any in, gosh, 3 years or longer. So here we go. We'll see if this lives up to my memory of milk. That's decent milk. I mean, it's not enormously flavorful, kind of like milk is not enormously flavorful, but yeah, that hits the spot. I mean, I don't know that I would necessarily start drinking milk with meals again, just because I generally prefer not to drink my carbs. But if there were a recipe that called for milk, I could absolutely see using this. I mean, 3 grams of carbs in a cup, not a big deal. So if you don't have an issue with the ingredients, I think you've got yourself a low-carb milk right here. Finally, we have the Jicama wraps from Trader Joe's. I have been having people ask me about this for probably 2 years. And my Trader Joe's well, first I don't make it to Trader Joe's all that often. It's about a half hour away from my house. But the last couple of times I went, I looked for these, didn't see them. Finally, earlier this week, I went, they had them, so here we go. A serving size is 2 wraps. There is 0 fat, 3 grams of total carbohydrates, 2 grams of dietary fiber. So you're looking at just a half a gram of net carbs per tortilla and 0 grams of protein. Now, I have tried thin slicing jicama before, and very often it winds up tearing. This is actually, it's holding together pretty nicely as I sit here and flap it around. But I'm going to try the first one without any sort of ingredients just to see how it tastes. I really like the flavor of jicama. It's got just the tiniest little bit of apple sweetness to it, and then kind of the texture of like a raw potato, but without being starchy. I could absolutely see wrapping some deli meat, some cheese. I don't know, there's probably a lot of other stuff you can do. If you've got any ideas for wraps, let me know down in the description below, because I've got a container of this now to use up. For this next one, I'm going to step away for a second and make myself a little taco. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got a little bit of chorizo on this and some cheddar jack. So really the test here is how well does this hold up as an actual taco shell, and is it a decent tasting taco shell? Does it pair well with some Mexican ingredients? So it didn't rip. That was criteria number 1. And because the flavor of jicama is mild enough, it really doesn't interfere at all with the taste of the ingredients. So, wow, this is pretty pleasing, I think. In June, I will be doing a review, an extensive review of different keto / low carb tortillas. And maybe I should have made the air quotes there when I said keto, because looking at the ingredients on some of these and the carb count, kind of hard to say if these are necessarily keto. But I will be reviewing probably 8 or 9 different brands of tortillas next month, along with extensive glucose testing. And what I can tell you right now is I think that these jicama wraps, these are probably going to get my vote over any of those, just because they're clean, they've got practically 0 net carbs, and they work. They hold up well to a taco. So I'm going to give a big thumbs up to the Trader Joe's jicama wraps. The Carb Master milk, I give a thumbs up to sort of conditionally. It depends on your feelings about the ingredients, especially those 2 sweeteners. For the Savoritz crackers, I'm going to say probably take a pass on these unless you see them on clearance. You can make your own crackers, control what's in them, and make probably a better tasting cracker. In fact, I will link to that at the end of this video. Next Friday, I will be back to releasing cooking videos. This was just sort of a little bit of a speed bump, kind of unexpected. I wanted to make sure that I still got some content out today. So thanks for sticking with me on this particular review interview. As I said, next week we'll get back onto our regular schedule. Thanks for watching.